All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to deploy an ASP.NET web application to Appharbor. All right, Appharbor is a device which basically acts as a outside server, and it's free. Now, what I'm going to be showing you is this taken from this deploying to Appharbor that's taken from lynda.com. And I want to give attribution where it's due. This is very well done. It's a little under 9 minutes. In here, the person doing the project also shows you what happens when you have a mistake. So it's very well done. But I want to run through the steps with you. In addition to going through this, I've kind of written out my own steps here. And I've got them right here. Now, if you notice, I put them basically in a font, etc., where you can read everything. It's in a simple notepad file. All right? So I'm going to follow the steps as they're shown right here. Now, you'll notice it right here. First, we're going to go to appharbor.com, and you sign up for an account, but you only have to do that once. So I'm going to go over here to appharbor.com. And you may notice that I'm already signed in. All right? But if you go in there for the first time, all right, so if you've never been in there before, I don't know if it'll let me do it if I try to sign in here in Edge, if this would work or not. So if I go, let me just try this. I'm going to try to go to appharbor.com, and hopefully it won't recognize me. All right, so it comes in here and it says sign up or sign in. So you'd have to click the sign up if you don't have an account. This is all you're asked. For an email address, a username that you come up with, and a password that you come up with. Now, you do have to click there, agree to terms of service, so you can click on that. You can see all of it. I've looked through it. It looks pretty generic as far as I can tell. All right? And then once you've done all that stuff, all right, so once you've done that, so you again click sign up and you do all this, and then you click the sign up button. What'll happen is, you know, if somebody already has that username, you might get a message and you might have to change it, etc. All right, but eventually it'll tell you that you're signed up. You will get an email then that you'll have to answer to verify your, just to literally verify that that's you. And once you do that, then you'll click the sign in button and you'll be signed in, and it'll look like this. All right? So, just following my steps here, again, go to Appharbor, sign up. It's a one-time shot, answer the email, log on. So the only thing we haven't done yet is to create a new project name. Well, I want to go out, and I have no idea what I even have running here on my desktop, so I'm going to take a quick look because I've got a lot of stuff. It may not look like it here, but I've got a lot of stuff that's out here. So I'm going to look in my temp folder and see what I have here. I want to grab a very, very, very simple project. All right, in fact, let's even do this. Let's go into Visual Studio, and let's create a brand new project. So I'll create a new MVC project, but I won't have a database associated with it. So rather than a web project, I'll do an MVC project. So I'm going to do a File, New, Project, ASP.NET Web Project. I'm going to make sure I put it right on my desktop. And I'm going to call this Appharbor Test. In fact, I want to make sure that I am honest with you and I tell you everything, you know, go through everything with you as I've written in the steps. So what I'm going to do is we'll just choose web forms here, all right, just to keep it simple. All right, click OK. And it's going to create a web form project for us. There won't be a lot in here. Sorry for the dead space. Sooner or later, it should create a project for us. All right, looks like it's just about done. There you go. There's our default.aspx. We can run this project right now. It doesn't have much in it, but it's okay. I just want to run this to just show you exactly what it should look like. And once it comes up, I'll tell you what, just to make sure there's nothing up my sleeve, I'm going to change this. Okay, I'm going to just change that right there. All right, so I'll stop my run, go back to the project, stop the run here. All right, and we've got this ASPNET. Okay, so let's just say ASP.NET project to run on, go back to here, to run there on Appharbor.com. All right, and I'm going to change this lead paragraph that just says this is a project created by Rankin Technical College IT instructor Jeff Scott to demonstrate uploading an ASP.NET web application to Appharbor.com. All right. I'm not going to put the button in here, I better end my paragraph, but I'm not going to put the button in here, etc. So, leave it like that. That's good enough. Now we've got this getting started and all that stuff. I don't care about that, but I'm going to save this, and I am going to run it again just so there's no mistake that the project that I'm about to try to upload to Appharbor.com is indeed a new project. It's one that I created, and you saw me add the text right in front of you. All right? So as soon as this comes up and we verify that's the project, I'm going to close it and start going through the steps. And there you go. ASP.NET project to run here. It's created by me. Okay? And I'm not going to change the rest of it. I don't care about the way it looks. I don't care that we can go to about and contact and back to home. It doesn't matter. All right, that's all fine and dandy. But let's stop the run here. All right. Now let's let's go to your applications, and I'm going to start by creating a new application name. I'm recommending to my students that they start it with, your first. Use like first initial last, or first initial middle initial last name. All right. So I'm going to call this JP Scott Appharbor demo. Again, we could call it anything we wanted to. I'm going to click Create New here. All right. All right. One more thing before we do this, and I didn't put this into my steps, and I should have. So I'm going to go back and add this to my steps. So under Create a Prot, number 5. I want to click that button down there. Click the Appharbor repository URL button. Okay? Should have put that in there and I didn't. So I'm going to click right there, and that shows me in the end where my project is going to be. Now don't worry about that right now. That's all fine. Okay. So I've come back here. I don't want this running. You should always make sure you've saved first, or save all, okay? And I do have a default.aspx, which is what I want. So I can leave this running, and I might as well, just in case I have any kind of problem, But what I want to do is I want to go back and I want to go to my desktop and I want to find the project. There it is, Appharbor. I'm going to right mouse click on the project name and I'm going to choose Git Bash here. You can do it through the GUI, but I find it's just as easy to do it from the command line. All right, make this bigger so you can see it. Okay, so we went to Appharbor.com. We signed up for an Appharbor account. We answered the email that we got to verify it was us. We logged into our new account on Appharbor.com. We created a new project name, and we went and we clicked the repository URL button. All right. We made sure that we had a project up and running in Visual Studio, but that was optional. We made sure that our home file was called default.aspx. We went to the top level of our project. We right mouse clicked on it and chose Git Bash. That's where we are right now. All right. So the first thing we want in here is to make our repository. So we say git init. Git space init, hit enter, and that's made an empty Git repository. I didn't do this beforehand, probably should have, but just so you see what it did was it added that folder right there. All right, no, that's not there. I'm sorry, that's the wrong name. That's not the project. I put the wrong one here. That was on me. That's the name of the one that I wanted, was Appharbor test. So let me stop this. All right. Under Appharbor, I don't need this Git folder. I couldn't move it. I could probably do that, but why? I'm just going to get rid of that. I want to make sure I'm using my project here. Appharbor test. That is it. Okay. So through the steps again, right mouse click, Git Bash here. All right. Same exact thing that I just did. Okay. All right. Now come in and do my git init, and notice it's under Appharbor test. All right, and I haven't forked anything, so I'm at the master. So I hit enter, and again, under here now, I've got my Git folder. Just created it right now. Okay, there's my start. So the next thing I want to do is I want to be able to go in and add all of my files to this repository. So I want to add everything. The fastest way to do that is to do a git add dot and hit enter. Okay, all right. And it says that it added everything. Surprised, usually I get a lot more than that, but let's see if we can make it work. So what we're going to say here, git commit -m, you put some kind of a comment here. Let's call this initial commit. And hit enter. All right. And then git remote add Appharbor. I'm just going to give it that name because that's where we're putting it. Now I want to go back to my Appharbor and I want to grab that project name that was right here, copy it to the clipboard, and right mouse click and paste it in and hit enter. Oh, I spelled remote wrong. No problem. Just go back. So git remote. Okay. Now I want to try to do a git push Appharbor master. And boy, that went really, really quickly. Okay. So I'll go back and review those steps in just a moment. Okay, now I want to go back into Appharbor. Doesn't look like anything has happened, but I want to refresh the screen. And you can see it's building it right now. So what I should say is go back to my steps here. So when you go back to our Appharbor, refresh screen. Okay. Now it says, it's blue there, which says succeeded. All right. So according to my steps here, if project status was not success, it was. If it is success, click the Appharbor button to view the project in the upper right corner. All right. So I have to refresh again. and then it's the go to your applications button. Sorry, I'm doing some other recording here. All right, so it's go to your application. So if the project is successful, refresh screen again and click Appharbor go to your application button. To view the project. So we're going to see if it worked. So I'm going to go to my application. You can see that it's working. And there it is, up and running. And just so you can see this, and it might be hard for you to see it from here, but right here, I'll make this bigger. That is, maybe I can pump it up all the way to 72. All right. That is the URL, and that is running out on the internet. So my project is running under http://jpscott-appharbor-demo, which is what I called it, .apphb for Appharbor.com. And I can go from page to page. So that was meant to very simply show you how you can add a web project. What I want to do is to come back in just a couple minutes and do the same thing with an ASP.NET Model View Controller project without a database, and then do it one last time with a Model View Controller project with a database. So I'll be back to do those, hopefully, very shortly.